Welcome to the Shift Masterclass. I am so excited for this masterclass. I am so lit up to talk about the actual action compounding into a six-figure brand. You guys, there is so much to say. I'm just so excited. This is just such a moment for me because I don't know if you guys were able to ever see That Bitch, the masterclass. I did a 3-day masterclass for That Bitch, and it was about this time last year, I do believe. And it was one of the most incredible masterclasses I've ever put on, and it ended up being 3 days. That was a masterclass that was really on the energetics of owning a six-figure brand. And I'm so excited because today, almost a year later, we are going into the actual action of compounding into a six-figure brand. And I'm really excited because I'm going to be sharing some things with you guys today just around like what's been happening within the brand. So, as you guys know, last year, and I really want to say that energetics is the core of what I do, right? Because I don't want you guys to think that it's just all about like how do we increase our income? How do we increase our income? How do we increase our income? Because this is really about creating brands that are in alignment with the way we actually want to live our life. I'm not just going to talk to you about creating a six-figure brand because I have been at the point where I've had 10K months and they haven't felt incredible, right? Because I was sacrificing, I was forcing, I was hustling. And so what this is really about is this is about creating in alignment for you. I want to take a moment to ground something in with you all. And there are only a few people who know this. There's only a few people who know this. So like sharing this live on this masterclass today is such a special moment for me because last year in my brand, the Aligned Ascension brand, we were able to impact so many women through my work. And I had a $130,000 year, and this year we just celebrated a $500,000 year. And I can't tell you the feeling I have in my body when I say that. I want to scream, I want to cry. Part of me is like doing the math and the numbers, like, how is this even possible? Half a million. It, it's, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to do. Like, it's so much, and I'm going to be integrating for quite some time because I'm like, how? And it's such a moment for me because it's like there's this piece of me that's like, can I go any bigger? Can I impact more people? And there's this other piece of me when I tap into this future version of myself that's like, Christy, you're just getting started. You're just getting started. So thank you everyone so much for celebrating with me in the comments. But I want you to know that this work works, right? And I really bet on this work in so many ways because there have been so many moments this year and even last year where my beliefs were really tested, right? Where it was like, I really truly do believe that when we're consciously creating our own reality, our frequency is reflected back to us. When we have powerful belief work and we take the aligned action, that is going to be reflected back to us inevitably. And I had that belief challenged so many times. And every single time I came up against it and I went, no, I'm going to go all in on this, right? And that's what allowed me to do what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. We're going to talk about the action of a six-figure brand, the tangible compounding actions of a six-figure brand. Because I'm not going to act like behind the scenes I've been in this like flowing, like, oh my gosh, and never doing anything. I do things in my brand, but I do honestly work about a few hours a day, right? Because a lot of my time is spent taking care of my body, spending time with Luke in my relationship, doing bigger projects because there are bigger projects coming behind the scenes that aren't even related to my brand, right? And so I want to bring this element of like, yes, we're going to do things. And as I was breaking down the content for this masterclass, I was like, there's too much here. There's too much to give you in like an hour masterclass. So I have a surprise for you guys. We are turning this into a 3-day masterclass. And I'm so excited because I didn't just want this information to be something that I just kind of gave you really, really fast and was like all of the things, and I didn't want to give you half of it. So, you guys, this is going to be a 3-day masterclass. You guys, I want to talk about something that is going to most likely make you cringe today, and I'm going to tap you into this energetic from a really freaking beautiful place. Let's talk consistency. Have you guys ever struggled with consistency? Have you guys ever had this energy of, oh my gosh, I have to show up every day. Oh my gosh, this feels so exhausting. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to create today. Consistency is one, I want to talk to you so deeply about this because consistency is one of the biggest reasons why I am here. And I'm going to tap you into some frequencies within consistency that feel really, really, really good because consistency has weighed on us. Show up every day, post content every day, do this every day, do this every day. It is one of the things that can just like weigh on us. And I want to let you guys know that consistency is really, really, really related to power, right? Consistency is so related to power. And a lot of people drop out on being consistent. I was talking to a private client the other day, and I was talking to some ladies in the Six Figure Aligned Ascension Academy and just talking to people within my brand. And something that's easy within consistency is when it's working, when people are reaching out, when you're getting the likes, the comments, the external validation, it feels easy, right? But when things quote unquote look slow, when things are quote unquote building, where things haven't quote unquote popped off yet, we tend to be very circumstantial in our power, right? We tend to be circumstantial within our consistency. We're going to be talking about consistency for the sake of consistency. Because one of the biggest problems around consistency is that we do it to get a certain outcome. And I want you guys to know that there's a higher level vision and a higher level perspective that we have to have within our brand and within our business, right? Where we aren't doing everything to get a certain result, where we aren't tuning into consistency to sign a client today, where we aren't tuning into consistency to get a sale today. Because one of the biggest pieces is that we are connected to where we are going with a deeper knowing and then consistency for consistency's sake. Because here's the thing that a lot of people miss with inconsistency is that they do things to get an outcome. And so what starts to happen is stories come in. Stories around, oh my gosh, this isn't working. It's when we start letting all of these things mean things, we're not connected to our deeper vision and we're not connected to consistency for consistency's sake, that we start to run into problems where we drop out because of the stories we tell ourselves, right? And it's like one of the things that I was talking to one of my clients about is she said, I'm scared to sell in my stories because every time I sell in my stories, my story views drop. How many of you have experienced this where you sell in your stories and your story views drop? And so what we automatically assume is, oh my gosh, people don't like what I have to say. People don't like what I have to sell. People aren't paying attention. How often have you noticed that, like, oh my gosh, my post isn't performing well when I talk about it in this way? Yes, we get to use those things as indicators for where we can make adjustments and pivots. But one of the things I was talking to her about is, yes, we can see this through the lens of lack of, oh, these people don't want to hear me talk about my thing, and drop off inconsistency within showing up and drop off with inconsistency around selling. But what if we saw it through the perspective of every single person who's still watching is about to buy? Do you see that shift in perspective? Do you see how you would continue to show up excited instead of dropping your energy around what the perceived metrics are of what you can and can't do within your business? If we're going to look at things, we want to look at them through an empowering lens that supports our ability to be consistent. How many times have you guys done things like that? Where you see how many likes a post has got, how many people have signed up for your offer right away, how many views you've gotten on a story, how long you've been posting and it hasn't quote unquote worked, how long you've been talking about it and it hasn't quote unquote worked. And you start to get stories coming in. Stories around, what if I'm doing something wrong? Oh my gosh, I need to fix this. Oh my gosh, they don't care about what I have to say. Oh my gosh, what if I'm not the person who's meant for this? What if there's too many people in my industry doing too many things and I'm just the person who's going to keep trying forever and this is never going to work? You guys, when we have thoughts like that, we're not holding the perspective and seeing that connection to our bigger vision or seeing ourselves. We have to remember that when these fear-based thoughts come in, it's a moment in time that we are sampling that and making it mean a lot. It's a moment in time that we're sampling without taking into account where we are going, without taking into account who we are. I don't know about you guys, but if I were to be doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, I would make adjustments. I would make slight pivots. I would test things, right? We forget how smart we are. And we go into this energy of, I'm just going to keep doing this forever and it's never going to work. That is the brain, that is the ego, trying to keep us in a state of sameness. It's going, just because things don't look like they're working now, that means they're never going to work. That means you're going to keep doing this forever and nothing's ever going to add up. How many times have you guys gone into that spiral? How many times have you been consistent and all of a sudden the stories start to get louder about how it's not working, about how nobody cares about what you're selling? Something else. How fast do you think things should happen? How many times have you dropped your energy in consistency because how fast do you think things should happen? We think things should happen at a certain pace, at a certain rate. And so what we do is we get expectations. And then we drop out based on those expectations. And so, something I want to talk to you guys about. And there's been points where I've felt like things happen slowly for me too. And when I really tune into things happening slowly for me, I realize that it's not actually about the external things moving slowly for me. It's about my connection to my offer, my connection to my brand, my connection to the speed and energy that is available to me, my connection to desire, right? Because desire is really in the energy of inevitability, and wanting is in the energy of lack. It says I'm separate from the thing that I desire. And so if there's any sort of lack within our field, things are going to feel slow because it's going to feel separate from the thing that we are wanting. So our job is to tune into the frequency of desire. And so what I really want to talk to you guys about today is grounding in to something that allows and helps you to be consistent. Because consistency, and I talk about this, we don't want to be consistent just to post, just to share, just to get something out there. It is consistency for consistency's sake, because we're so tapped into a deeper level of momentum available to us. Because I want to talk to you guys about how momentum works and why consistency can seem so overwhelming to our systems. It's because we don't actually understand how momentum works. It's because every single day we wake up and we go, okay, I got to post today. Okay, it's a new day. We start with start over energy. At the beginning of the month, we start over with our income. That's something that I talk about in the Six Figure Aligned Ascension Academy, is how to not have that restart energy where you suddenly start making money towards the end of the month because it feels like the beginning of the month is slow each month. We continue. Momentum is not something that understands when the 1st or the 30th of the month is. Momentum is not something that says, oh, because you posted yesterday, the momentum of that post, the momentum of that story, the momentum of the masterclass you did yesterday ends at the end of the day. When the clock strikes 12, you're done. Got to create new momentum. But how many times have you been doing that energetically within your system, where it's like, got to restart, got to sell, got to show up, got to do the thing. Because if I don't, then nothing will happen. Because if I don't, then I won't make sales. Because if I don't, then people won't hear about my work. Where is your energetics within restart energy? That's one of the secrets that I want to talk to you about consistency. The reason why we tune into consistency for consistency's sake is because we don't realize that all of the things we did yesterday, all of the things we did a year ago, all of the things we did 3 months ago are consistently building. And what this does is this energetically closes us off to receiving without doing all of the things, right? To me, the energy of I have to post and share today or nothing's going to happen is exhausting. It contracts my system. It doesn't tune me into that groundedness of connection to my offer. It doesn't tune me into that groundedness of connection of my higher self vision. But to me, I'm going to share today because I know I have so much momentum and everything is working towards me seeing the fruition of my desire come into place, and I'm doing the things and I know it's all working. Which one feels energetically heavy for you? And which one literally taps you into the power of the building, the power of the stacking? Our mind wants to take us out of the power of the stacking because it wants to attach to fears in the now moment based on how things are looking in the now moment. But you could literally sign a client in 5 minutes. You could literally open your Instagram app after this call and have somebody booked. You could literally have an email and somebody be like, hey, I want to pay you. Is that within the realm of possibilities based on how much you've done today? Or is that within the realm of possibilities always because of the stacking? And if there's a stacking going, isn't it fun to continue that momentum? Isn't it fun to continue to do the thing, not for the sake of what result you see today, but for the sake of the results that you know you're going to continue to see? This is where we tap into a deeper vision. This is where we tap into where you are going. And this is where we stop dropping out of the energy. Because you guys, if I am only consistent based on the result I see today, I'm going to want to change my niche. I've seen so many clients do this. I'm going to want to change my niche. I'm going to want to sell something else. I'm going to want to drop off the face of the planet and go do a content course because I've decided it's not working. I'm going to just take a break because people don't actually want to hear me selling on my stories. How many times have you guys done this? I've done this before. That's why I can speak to it. And so, what we want to do is we want to be tapped into vision. We want to be tapped into where we are going. Because consistency is not something you can create within your brand, within your vision, if you are wobbling based off of what's happening today. If you are basing your success and where you are going based off of what's happening this week, based off of your income this month, it has to be bigger than that. Our consistency is not this like, I want it to be based on solidity. And for me, consistency is going to be different for you. I don't post on my Instagram feed every single day. I don't send an email every single day. But something comes from me every day. Even if it's just a story, right? And I'm going to talk about what kind of consistency in just a moment. But it's really important that we ground into this solidity. So, I want you to feel the grounding in by knowing that what you are doing today is not the end-all be-all for what you can receive. That there's a stacking that's been occurring. And when you tune into the stacking, all of the sudden, what happens? There's not pressure on consistency. There's not, I have to do this thing. It's I desire to do this thing. It's I want to do this thing. And so where are you going? What is your bigger vision? What is the thing? And in order for us to tap into our deeper vision, we have to have core beliefs that are in support of us having that deeper vision. Because here's the thing. If I say I want 10K consistent months, if I say I want 100K consistent months, if I say I want 30K consistent months, whatever it is, if I don't believe that I'm capable of having that, then I'm not going to feel solid in my vision, which means I'm not going to feel solid in my consistency, which means I'm not going to feel solid in my momentum, which means I'm not going to feel solid in calling in clients and money. Does that make sense? We have to build off of a strong foundation. So, tap into it. What are you claiming? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down core beliefs that allow you to actually tune into that vision. And not just have it be something you're saying on the internet. Not just have it be something that you're wanting from a place of separation from it now. But something that you are attuned to from the frequency of desire. Because desire is synonymous with inevitability. So what are you claiming? I want you guys to feel that in your body, because as soon as you feel what you have claimed is your desire in your body, I know that to be true. Because the mind, I want to tell you guys about the mind. The mind sees same as safe. So every single thing that you desire, it's not the same as where you are. You would not desire it if it was in the sameness of what you have, right? And so it's on an elevated frequency. In order for us to claim that elevated frequency, we have to step out of what is known and step into what is unknown. And the mind sees same as safe. So it doesn't matter how much you try to eradicate every single fear that you have. It doesn't matter how much you try to convince your brain that everything's okay. In expansion, there will be fear. And so for me, what has always been the ultimate truth for me is when I have a desire, that is called through me because the universe desires it for me. You guys, our desires are not random. They are called through us because they are meant for us. I do not desire to be president. I do not desire to go skydiving. Actually, that one might change. Luke has gone skydiving before and he's told me about it and he's like, it's actually pretty fun, so that might happen. Right? Our desires are placed on our heart for a reason. It's not enough to just have the desire. We have to believe that the desire is called through us because it is meant for us. We have to know that when we feel the connection within our body, within our frequency to that desire, and we feel that zing of, oh, I could do that, oh, this is meant for me, that is the ultimate truth. We also have to know that the fears are going to come up. And the fears are based on us staying in a state of sameness, no matter how bad we want the desire. And so, if I know that the fears are going to come up, then one of my core beliefs that is in support of me keeping and maintaining that connection to my bigger vision is that my thoughts are not the ultimate truth. They're just options. That is a core belief that allows me to be consistent. Anything in dissonance with my desire and me having my desire is not the ultimate truth. That is another core belief that keeps me connected to where I am going. My desires are called through me because they are meant for me. Our desires are not random. Do you feel that? Do you feel the solidity that this gives your vision? Because we can say we want 100K months, 10K months, 150K months, all the live long day. But if we are listening to this, our brains, as the ultimate truth, we are going to be wobbling and we are going to be wavering. But if we have core beliefs in support of us having our biggest vision, then there is actually something for you to ground into when it comes to being consistent. And you stop wavering. You stop wavering. And stopping wavering doesn't mean that the fears don't come in. Because guys, in your expansion, I guarantee fears will come in. But it means that you see them and you go, here's what I know to be true. Here's what I know to be true. And my clients are doing this in incredible, powerful ways. One of my clients has been being consistent, and she has had every fear in the book come up. Some of the common fears was, I don't have income wins to celebrate that are huge like other coaches in the industry. Why would anybody choose me? We tapped her into her bigger vision. And guys, sometimes it pops off right away, and sometimes you hold the energy for a minute. And sometimes the fears come in, actually always the fears come in, and sometimes the fears sound so real. It felt so real to her that she wasn't going to be able to sell her coaching packages because she couldn't share that she had made $100,000 in her business yet. And I told her, people aren't hiring you because of that. It felt so real that her only getting 5 to 10 likes on a post or whatever she was getting meant that nobody was going to buy. It felt so real that because she only had a certain amount of followers, that she had to get more followers before people would buy. But what she decided to do is she decided to tap into a bigger vision. She decided to tap into where she was going. And she was consistent for the sake of consistency because that bigger vision felt so true that all of those fears became irrelevant. They still happened, but they became irrelevant. They still felt real, but they were not the ultimate truth. She came into Voxer the other day and celebrated her first pay in full client for the month. Came into Voxer 2 days later, celebrated her second pay in full client for the month, and is going to have her highest month in December. Another one of my clients, God, I just love the people in my world so much, was literally hosted a masterclass and was tuning into, okay, well, I offered a special. I offered a special on these things, and the special is going to end soon. What is the energetics of this, Christy? How do I get the people in? And we talked about this frequency of like tuning into the bigger vision, tuning into where she was going. And we tuned into, it's amazing if people sign up and join after the masterclass. It's amazing if people join during the period of time we want them to join in while we're offering specials and all of the things. But when we tune into where she was going, she's going to keep selling. She's going to keep showing up. She's going to keep doing her soul's work. And what happened is she energetically went, I'm tapping into the bigger vision. I'm tapping into how amazing would it be if people came in for this special? And also, I'm tapping into the bigger vision. I'm tapping into where I'm going. I'm tapping into this isn't defining me. I'm going to keep going. Literally minutes before it closed, she made $9,600 in sales. Minutes. That's an energy. Being so in it that minutes before a sale closes, you aren't affected because the bigger vision. That will ground you into a level of power. I think that's one of the biggest things that takes us out. Is we have these visions, we don't know how it can happen, and we see this, our mind, as truer than what this is. If you do not have a vision, and you do not have core beliefs supporting your vision as being the ultimate truth, then consistency is going to be hard, right? So what happens is we drop in and out, and we go, okay, why is my momentum seeming to be like this, and then this, and then this, and then this? This is the purpose. Because even when you are consistent, I want to normalize this, even when you are consistent, there will be moments where things are popping off, people are reaching out, things are happening. Feels like your reels are going viral, that people are booking, that people are continuing to book. And there will also be moments, even when you are consistent, where it feels like crickets, where it feels like, is it working? Where it feels like, I don't know. Where it feels like you could go into the energy of, I gotta fix something, I gotta do more. Doing more is not always the answer, you guys. I find that it rarely is. Usually it's just a pivot and an adjustment on where we're being consistent and the energetics. If doing more was the answer, I guarantee I would not have the income that I have. Actually, I'd probably have less. I'd guaranteed have less. In my $100,000 year, I was doing more than I did in my 500,000. It's about that focus, right? And that consistent momentum. Consistent momentum is tied to that connection to vision. You guys are going to have scary thoughts. You guys are going to have thoughts of, why do my story views decrease? Maybe nobody cares. You guys are going to have thoughts of, oh my gosh, it feels like I'm shadow banned on this app. Why hasn't my audience grown? Oh my gosh, nobody cares about my offer. Oh my gosh, I'm getting less likes. Oh my gosh, this is the end of my brand. You guys are going to have thoughts like that. I have not talked to a client before who hasn't had thoughts like that. I've talked to myself. I've had thoughts like that. For sure. There has to be something more powerful grounding you in. There has to be something more powerful grounding you in. And it's not just about having the vision. It's about having core beliefs that support that vision as the ultimate truth. So when you feel wobbly, when you feel like it's wavering, when you feel like your brain is picking out the now moment and going, it's all working or it's all not working, you have something bigger. You have something that's more powerful. Because you will continue to waver. in your consistency if every single day it's based on how many likes you get, how many comments you get, how many people are reaching out, how many people are booking. You will continue to waver, and your business is not going to feel good. The way I feel, any energy that is unsustainable, it's got to go. It can't be here. And the energy of worrying every day about how many people are liking and commenting on my stuff, how many people are reaching out is the determinant for how I feel in my business. That is an unsustainable energy. And you will feel like crap within your business and within your brand if that is what you are basing your ability to show up on. This is why we must ground into a bigger vision. This is why we must have core beliefs that support that bigger vision. Because it is guaranteed that you are going to have fear along the way. Where you are going, you would not have that desire unless it was an expansion of who you are and who you are being. If your brain sees same as safe, it doesn't matter how much you try to get rid of the fear. So our job is to learn to walk with it. The only way you can walk with it is if you don't make it the ultimate truth. The second we make it the ultimate truth, we go down the drain with the fear. We just, every time we go down the drain, that's when we're questioning ourselves. That's when we're going, oh, I need to do this, or oh, I need to sprinkle this into my stories to get them to watch, or oh, I need to post this kind of content in order for things to work. I need to fix it. I need to go do another content course. This person has the secret, right? But it's like when we ground in and we're tapped into our bigger vision, there's a clarity backing us. There's a clarity backing us where we actually know, oh, this thing is actually genuinely for me. I actually want to take this course on content. I believe that things are working. I believe that things are adding up. I believe that things are stacking. And this is an aligned move for me. You can actually tell the difference between an aligned move versus a move out of fear because you're tapped into that bigger vision. And something magical happens, you guys, when you're tapped into that bigger vision, where you're actually backed by the resources of the universe. Right? Because if desire is called through me because it's meant for me, then my job isn't to hustle and force and pressure. My job is to let that desire be the ultimate truth. And with that desire comes the desires to bring it into fruition. And so what you will see is as you tap into this, your desire to be consistent will naturally be there. That's the answer. If we're just trying to be consistent to get the sales, if we're just trying to be consistent to get the clients, we've actually got it backwards. And we haven't tapped into the vision. We haven't tapped into where we are going as the ultimate truth. And then all of a sudden, consistency feels heavy. Consistency feels drowning. Consistency feels like start over energy every single day. But if we tap in here, all of a sudden, we want to do this. We want to be here. And we naturally and innately, from this perspective, have a point of view where we see it as all adding up anyway. Regardless of how many people reached out today. Regardless of how many likes or comments this post got. Regardless of how many people are in this program, or that masterclass, or in our one-on-one. We see that there is a building and a stacking happening, and that building and stacking does not quit when the clock strikes midnight, does not quit when it hits the 31st of the month. It continues. And from this perspective, I'm tapped into something that is so big that of course I'm going to want to continue the stacking. I'm not posting or showing up every day for the sake of, oh my gosh, I have to do this. oh my gosh, I have to make this thing happen, or oh my gosh, I gotta post today, or this isn't gonna happen, or I have to be consistent in order to. I'm consistent for the sake of consistency, not to see a result, because I'm tapped into my bigger vision, and I'm tapped into the continuous momentum that is occurring and building within my system. Do you feel that? This concludes day 1 of the shift. Surprise, surprise, this is now a 3-day masterclass. I'm so excited to see you guys tomorrow. And if you guys are feeling the pull towards the 6-figure Aligned Ascension Academy, we use the trifecta of human design, energetics, and strategy to create a 6-figure business from a deep place of alignment. This is where you learn sales. This is where you learn offer creation. This is where you learn branding. This is where you learn energetics. This is where you learn belief shifting. This is where you learn to work in alignment with yourself. This is where you learn what to do when it feels like it's not working. This is where you learn to do it all. Because here's where the magic is. The magic is in the action. The magic is in the launching. The magic is in hearing all of the fears and going for it anyway, because you're connected up here. My goal is to get you so strong in your ability to sell, so strong in your ability to launch, that you can hear every fear and you can still go for it, because that is the makings of a 6-figure brand. And doing it in alignment too. We're not just creating this and posting this here and going on Pinterest and going on YouTube and doing all of these things. We are doing it from a place of deep alignment. Because I did not build this from the energy of I want to work 8 hours a day, every day. That is not sustainable. I do it from the energy of what is the most potent action I can take attached to my desire. And I'm telling you guys, what I desire for you to have happen in the 6-figure Aligned Ascension Academy, if you're feeling the pull to come join this space, is I want you to have bigger problems. I want you to have bigger problems than how many people like your post today. I want you to have bigger problems than how many people fell off your story when you were selling, which that doesn't have to be an ultimate rule, by the way. I want you to have bigger problems than, oh my God, nobody reached out for 3 days. I want you to have a problem that is so big that is, how do I impact more people? How do I tune into this bigger vision as the ultimate truth? How do I keep going in the midst of the fear? Because I know that my work on this world is to not only impact people, but it's to have money, right? I really do believe that us being well-resourced is important. It is so important. I hope this deeply impacts you. I hope you can take some time today to really get in touch with what is that bigger vision. Feel it in your body, and also get in touch with what are the core beliefs supporting this. What are the core beliefs supporting me as having this as my vision? Because you guys, the fears are going to come up. And if you let the fears dictate every time we are in and out of consistency, then we are not being consistent for the right reasons. Right? If we are only being consistent because we want to see things popping off in our reality, we're not connected here. If we are only being consistent because we need somebody to reach out or we need money today, then we are not tapped in for the right reason. Have an incredible, incredible Saturday. Oh my God, it's Saturday. I'm so excited. I'm going to get a haircut later today because, as you guys know, I cut my own hair. God, this is so funny. I shouldn't say these things in master classes, but whatever. I'm going to get a haircut later because I cut my own hair and Luke thought it was cute. And then I hopped onto a FaceTime with my sister. My younger sister is 17 years old, and she said, "Hello, Lord Farquaad." And I was hurt. If you guys don't know who Lord Farquaad is, he's the king from Shrek. And he has hair that's like this. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I've never been roasted so hard in my entire life. So right after I got off that call, I know she did. I was like, 17-year-olds can be mean. And so right after I got off that call with her, I was like booking my hair appointment, laugh, crying, like I'm gonna go get it fixed. So Oh, it's 11:11 there. That's amazing. So, anyway, wish me luck in my haircut. We're trying to fix the Lord Farquaad vibe. So, I hope you guys all have a beautiful Saturday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here.